folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Get it.
Throwing on first down. Armstrong. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch safety green.
80 weapon.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Double time. 4 down. Sit.
Hurry. I got you.
And again this time to the tailback. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hurry. Hurry.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
I got you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Brings up 4th down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. This is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Let's go. 50, plant. You draw 40.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On the ready.
22.
X3. 218. Chop it.
Rush in.
Down.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
90 is the mic.
Hurry.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Let's go.
They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now
a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now they try the right side here. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Harris Campbell, his 6th touchdown of the season, as the Ravens push further out in front. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Go!
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Johnson, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
That's it. Big hit.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll give it here to his running back. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Set, ready? 18 Gators.
Better bring it. You better bring it.
Topper!
Check.
Ready?
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Let's go. Get set.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. I know, but let me finish. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a handoff looking right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Buying time to his left. Launching one for Henderson. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught. Beckham. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And Mayfield just getting the play off. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Switch. King.
Mayfield looks to throw. Dancing to his left. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
On the ball. Shoot.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready up. X3. 218. Chopper.
To throw on 3rd down, Armstrong. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Mayfield on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Switch it.
Alert, 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 alert.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. He'll let it go deep for... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
At their 35-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 28.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check pass.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Don't get nervous.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
SOS.
Ready?
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 17-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. He gets this one to Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards. First down.
Check 49. Check 49. Hey, alert 33. Pistol. Hey, Charlie. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He finds his man Johnson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Mayfield now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33. Hurry.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Now Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Armstrong. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brings up 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
Good. 180. Check tight. Check tight.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Mayfield to throw it. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. On first and 10, Mayfield. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
180! You ain't got nothing! Hurry!
Come to me, it's me.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. From the 10-yard line, here's second and goal.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Even. 4 down, even. Pistol. Check.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Mayfield being chased out left to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now a stoppage, and oh boy, we've got Mayfield shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as they'll go for it on fourth and goal. On fourth down, Newman. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 10-yard line.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one.